Hello, YouTubers. This is Tia from Musings of a Mystic, and I'm back with another pick a card, pick a deck type style reading. And today is going to be the next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks in March 2020. This is deck number 1, number 2, and number 3. And I think my deck is upside down. Nope, just that card. Nope. Okay, never mind. So, before I get into the reading, please remember these are not personal readings and will not resonate with everyone, and that's okay. No big deal. It just means the reading is for someone else today. And if you need a personal reading who only resonates with you, you can contact me through email, which will be down below in the description box. Otherwise, 1, 2, and 3, we're going to get right into it because my camera has like a freaking timer on it or something. I don't know how to fix it. But anyway, deck number 1 was coming towards you the last 2 weeks of March 2020. And sorry for my lighting. I opened the window or I opened the blind and like now the lighting is weird. But anyway, what is coming towards you guys? The last 2 weeks of March 2020. Not gonna take that. Put that back in there. What? Oh my goodness, really? Okay, fine. What is coming towards you guys the last 2 weeks of March 2020? I feel like you guys are going to feel more liberated from a certain situation that you've been dealing with. Maybe it's a job. This can indicate a job, a relationship, or something that is kind of legally binding, or something that's like kind of like a priest at a church, you know? Something that's got a little bit of clout, a little bit of more expertise than you might have right now. And it's like you feel liberated from some situation. You come into your fiery Queen of Staffs power, and then you kind of, a lot of you gain this knowledge. You gain the knowledge to kind of do what you need to do the last 2 weeks of March 2020. Now, with that being said, that might be a message for somebody out there, whether it be a job. You might be liberated from an old job and go into a new job that works better for you. But you guys come into your fiery Queen of Staffs power, and then you gain the knowledge you need to continue to be liberated from that situation. But we're going to just continue here. What is coming towards you guys the last 2 weeks of March 2020? What is coming toward you guys the last 2 weeks of March 2020? Offer. Yes. Oh, what? Okay. 5 step. I'm going to clarify that 7 of Swords. You guys might actually get a job offer or something that you kind of have to hide from certain people, but you get some kind of offer. I feel like it's about money or something that is able to bring stability and security in your life, because you've got the Ace of Coins and then you've got the 2 of Staffs, which kind of gives you options. You can choose to go this way or you can choose to go that way, and it's like, all right, so which way will you choose to go? But you have options now that you got this offer. Could be a windfall of money, but I'm feeling like for most of you, a lot of you, it's like maybe a job offer, promotion. And I feel like you kind of have to be secretive about it, or discreet rather, and not like talk about it at the office, because you know how people are sometimes. Oh, you're going to be my boss now? I'm going to start treating you like crap. Or I'm going to, try and make it so that you don't get that promotion, and then someone else does, because they don't want you to be their boss. Take how it resonates. You got the 10 of Coins, clarifying the 7 of Swords, along with the 4 of Coins and the 9 of Staffs. This to me is like being secretive and like being defensive. So I kind of feel like for a lot of you, this is going to cause conflict in your life. whatever this windfall, whatever this job opportunity, this thing that's going to bring security and stability to your life, you have to kind of be secretive about it initially, and then there's going to be some fallout where it can cause conflict, and you have to hold your ground and, you know, stay kind of quiet about it. Or what is the thing? There's a story of this girl. She cost her parents like $8,000 in a lawsuit because they weren't supposed to talk about the lawsuit until after it was, you know, all said and done. So she went on Facebook and she was like, "Oh, this lawsuit's going to pay for my vacation or whatever." They lost the $8,000 because she did not keep her mouth shut, hold her cards close to her chest. So for you guys, it's like the advice is to hold your cards close to your chest. It looks like you guys are going to get this offer of something really cool. It's going to give you some options. You can go this way or that way. And you got to kind of keep it close to your chest until you decide exactly what you're going to do, or until the offer comes through fully, because it's going to cause conflict and you're going to have to defend yourself here. So I feel like this is basically like money, but take it how it resonates with you. If you need personal reading, my information is down below. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. See you next time. Deck number 2. What is coming towards you guys the next 2 weeks, or the last 2 weeks of March 2020? What is coming towards you guys the last 2 weeks of March 2020? What is coming toward the seekers the last 2 weeks of March 2020? Please remember, these are not personal readings and will not resonate with everyone. And that's okay. No big deal. It just means the reading is for somebody else today. And if you need a personal reading that only resonates with you, you can contact me through email, which is down below in the description box. Now, what is coming towards you guys the next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of March 2020. I believe we come out of Mercury in retrograde. We get to move forward in our lives and not have to deal with that anymore. It looks like, even though you guys are coming out of we're all coming out of Mercury retrograde, something comes back around again. You might get a call back for a job. It's the Judgment card, which indicates second chances and things coming back around again. But when it comes back around again this time, it finally comes to a close. So whenever it is, cycles back around, it finally dies, and that's it. That'll be it, right? So, let me see what I'm getting here. You might actually get an apology that causes you to experience closure, like permanent and complete closure. Something that, like, you know, okay, so somebody apologizes to you, and it kind of frees your mind because you've been thinking about it. You've been like worried about it, and you've allowed it to kind of cage you in. And this person comes back and they're like, "Look, I treated you like shit. I'm sorry. I was the one who was having the issues. Me." And it's something that you don't expect here. I see this person being surprised when the fish jumps up the cup and tries to escape. And this card indicates like emotions and things like that. So I feel like it's an unexpectedly liberating emotional 2 weeks where I feel like it's an apology, to be honest. Like, I feel like if you cut somebody off or you decided to not be around certain people, maybe you expressed your own emotions and it surprised them, and you expressing your emotions and not keeping them all hidden inside of you kind of freed yourself. And then they come back around and they also apologize, and that brings that situation to a positive close. Don't be freaked out by the death card. It just means, most of the time, it just means things changing permanently. So I feel like you guys get an apology from someone. I feel like somebody who did you wrong in the past, they know they did wrong. You may have allowed the emotions around the situation to cage you in, especially mentally, if you're like, oh, you know, well, it was my fault, and what did I do wrong, and how did this happen this way? I feel like they come in, they give you some new information, new emotional information that helps you free yourself from all of the bad thoughts you kind of collected in your mind, which kind of trapped you. For example, like if you allow what this person did to you to change your behavior, so you're not as social as you used to be. It's like they come back in with the healing apology. They come back around, and that brings closure to that, and it puts you back right again, so that you're able to go back out and be social again. All right, so that's deck number 2. Glad that you guys are getting some closure. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you guys need a personal reading, my information is down below. Deck number 3. Hopefully we can do this in 7 minutes. So deck number 3. What is coming towards you guys last 2 weeks of March 2020? Please remember, these are not personal readings and will not resonate with everyone, and that's okay. No big deal. It just means the reading is for somebody else today. If you need a personal reading that only resonates with you, you can contact me through email, and I can get back on that for you as soon as possible. What is coming towards you guys the last 2 weeks of March 2020? If you guys hear anything in the background, that's my daughter. She just wanders through sometimes and, does whatever. She does whatever. She's just a child, so I'm not going to be on her case for being a child. So, it looks emotional. I mean, there's a lot of closure coming into these messages from March. I got the Ten of Cups. You got the 3 of Wands, and then the World card along with the Page of Cups. So this looks very emotional. You got 2 cards that indicate water emotions and 1 card that kind of looks like somebody traveling. If you are traveling like on a family vacation, I see that's coming to a positive close where you get home safely, everything's fine, and everybody kind of settles back down into life. But your mind might be a little bit changed by this family vacation because it might change your perspective on something. Like you find something on vacation that you didn't know that you were going to like. Like when I went to California, I finally got to have an authentic taco. And it changed my perspective on tacos. Kind of like that. So you might have that kind of thing happen. It's like you also close a cycle too. Like this is all talking of cycles, and that might set you on a different path altogether. So this is like to me the beginning. This is the end, and this is the real end here. So it's like you began on a journey, right? And in March, whatever journey, maybe it's emotional healing. For some of you, maybe it was the divorce that you had to kind of start off on in like 12 months ago, or whenever, however it works, wherever you're from. And it's like that comes to a close, and it's pretty positive. Things are pretty fair. You got what you needed, they got what they needed. But you pretty much come out on top. And now you're kind of like, where do I go from here? So I'm getting like family vacation. I'm also getting like emotional journey where it comes to an end in March, or it starts to come to an end in March. The beginning of April, things start to wrap up. So like I said, if it was divorce, for example, you get what you need. You get the house, they get the car, you get the dog, they get the kids, whatever, and it's finally the dust is starting to settle here. And it is what it is there. I'm also getting that somebody might have a secret child. 2 kids, 3 poles, 3rd kid. So it's like somebody might have a secret child out there. That's a weird message that I'm getting. And the information finally comes out about the other woman. And now you're like, okay, so where do we go from here? That kind of closed a cycle out where we thought we were a happy family. I mean, it doesn't even have to be cheating, honestly. It could just be that the father of the child finally learns that he actually is the father of this child and the mother didn't tell him. So she kind of, this information comes in and it's now closing an old cycle. Now you either have to accept the kid into the family and be like, okay, now we have to deal with this. Or you kind of have to figure out where you're going to go. But overall, the messages that I'm getting is that you guys are experiencing cycles closing and you're trying to figure out where you go from here. Some of you might get a job offer. But this, to me, feels more emotional than anything else. It feels like an emotional kind of closure. So that's actually pretty positive, especially if it's something that you were stuck on, or got what? Something that got you stuck, right? That clog kind of clears and you get to close the cycle. So I hope that made some sense to you guys. Sorry for the noise in the background. My child likes to wander through sometimes with her tablet. If you guys need a personal reading or clarification on this reading, you can contact me through email and I can get back to you guys on that as soon as possible. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tip, donate, and comment. All those things help me stay motivated to make you guys more videos in the future. And I hope to see you soon. Ta-ta for now.